What's going on, guys? What's going on? Let me get this link out. Hold on. Where did I get this link? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find this link. There we go. Send this to the Telegram. Now let's get right into this. Right into this video. All right, so we're gonna be breaking down a couple of pairs. Let me just make sure they're all empty right now. I'm gonna do Bitcoin. I'm gonna do GJ. I'm gonna do like all the main pairs. Should I do Euro USD? Yeah, I'll do Euro USD because I know there's probably people out there that trade it. I don't really trade it. I'm gonna just mark it up for you guys. But yeah, what else? US 30 for sure. For sure, I gotta do my weekly US 30. I'm gonna do S&P to the best of my ability. This is a horrible chart. I couldn't really mark it up before. Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna do S&P. This is horrible. This is on the 4-hour. This is this is going up. That's all I can say. I'll mark up DXY. Hold on, is there already a markup on it? Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys this markup though. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you how I predicted this. How big is this move? 2% fall, 2,000 pips. Nothing crazy. What else? Stocks. I'm gonna leave those. But alright, let's start off with US 30 and DXY. So what I like to do, I start off on the higher time frames, on the daily. And if you follow price action and you understand price action, so if you understand that if a candle prints bullish like this, it has a higher chance of the next candle being a bullish candle, so you can predict a bullish day on the daily, or that goes for any time frame. So if a 4-hour candle forms like this or forms like this, there's a higher chance that the next one will be another up candle, and if it forms down, there's a higher percent chance that the next candle will be a down candle. That's just probabilities in trading. So what I like to do, I start off on the higher time frames. I look at what's going on, and I look at the daily high and the daily low. And the reason why I have this is because if I see that this candle is an up candle, I can anticipate that the next candle will probably be another up candle and try to break the high of this candle, because these are all bullish. You understand? So it has a less chance of breaking the low and a higher chance of breaking the high. So then I go down to smaller time frames. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure we're all live, matter of fact. This candle, because these are all bullish. You understand? So it has a less chance of breaking the low and a higher chance of breaking the high. Okay, yeah, we all live. We all live. Let me just get this Instagram video up. Get this video. Link in bio. Alright, let's get back into it. Okay, and then I go down to the 4-hour time frame. And this is where I like to get most of my order blocks. If you watch my order block video, you'll understand what order blocks are. So I look for all order blocks and all of my Fibonacci retracements. So if you see, this is all bullish. So if you look at this last down candle before the push to break these highs, this would be a 4-hour order block that I will keep in mind, because price will probably retrace here before continuing bullish. If the trend is bullish, there's a higher percent chance. If you listen to me a lot, I trade a lot with high probabilities and probabilities overall. This is a numbers game if you think about it. So then you want to get the fib from the bottom of the low. Then you want to go to get the fib to the bottom low, and you want to pull it to the high. And if you look here, these almost line up. So if you see a 79, it comes to the top of this order block. So an area that I will be looking for price to retrace to is this area here, right between here, because it has the highest confluence. It has an order block, and it has with the 79 and 70.5 retracement zones. So I'll wait for that. Okay. Zoom in. This nothing crazy is really going on. The daily range isn't nothing crazy. Let's take this down to the hour, and let's plan these retracements down. So if I now have this area that I'm looking for buys in to continue to break these highs, now I can see if I could try and plan out a move that's going to come down into these areas. So if you come to the high, you go to the high, you bring it here, because this is where price is going to open at. So this is the last where it's been. And if you're predicting a move to come down, you can anticipate maybe price when it opens to come up a little bit and then continue down maybe Monday morning, Tuesday. You get what I'm saying? It's just all trying to map out and plan what you think is going to happen. Let's go down to a smaller time frame, because this is a high, broke these highs, so you wouldn't count this one, and it's respecting these lows. So you will wait for price to possibly come up and then come down. And the area that I'm looking for buys is 3400 area. All this right here, this area right here. This is where I want to see price come down to and possibly break the highs to continue the trend on the daily time frame, which is bullish. And we'll just take it by there. We gotta play day by day. Right now, this is looking to lose momentum, so it looks like we could possibly start having a retracement to maybe this zone and then keep going up. So that's US30. Let's take it to DXY. DXY, I don't trade daily. I don't day trade. The only pair I trade daily is US30. But I mark up other pairs like DXY, the dollar index, because it gives me a map out of how price is moving, the dollar, the economy, and all that. So I trade on higher time frames to map out a long term. So what I did, because I had this mapped out already, I pulled a fib from right up here at 94,310, pulled it to the low. And mind you, when I did this, when I mapped it out, it was around here. This was a long time ago. It's just been mapped out for a while. And I was anticipating price to come into this area up here. And if you look over, look at the order block, the last up candle before the fall to break the lows right here. So it was confluence at the zone at this level. And this 90%, this is just where I would have my stop loss if I get into a trade. But this is on the daily time frame, and I don't trade this, so don't really take this into account right now. You just want to watch these areas right here. Price ended up over the span of time in a few months. Price ended up coming in there. And then this is when I started watching it. I started watching to see what price was going to do. It came up to 79. It gapped down and started falling. Then as you can see, it kept falling since then. Right now, this is a 1900 pip move. And if you understand how US30 works, understand DXY, these are opposites. They go against each other sometimes. So as this is falling, US30 has been on a extreme bull rush, as you can see. Going straight up, no retracements. This is going straight down, no retracements. So you get what I'm saying? You can kind of predict it. So this is DXY. Right now I'm just letting it play out to see maybe if it comes any bit lower. Areas that I'm looking to possibly target are right here at 90.80. but I don't think it's gonna break these lows. I don't think it will. I think it has a higher probability of coming down lower and then trading back up and then maybe consolidating. But let's go move on to the Forex pairs. Let's go on GJ. I used to trade GJ, but I don't really trade it anymore. USRD's been my primary pair, honestly. GJ's been ranging all week. People that I know that trade GJ, it hasn't been fun for them. So what I would do, I would pull a fib from the highest point in this range right here. Matter of fact, let's go on the daily. I almost forgot. Let's get the daily high and low. So this is the daily low. This is the daily high. Daily high. Daily low. Okay, and it's an up candle, so we're anticipating price to possibly keep moving up. So if you see what's going on here, this is on the 4 hour, this is higher time frame. So right now, if we're looking at this fib, if price wants to keep moving down, this area right here, you're gonna want to watch. Where is it? And the reason you're gonna watch this area is because if you look, we're at this fib zone. That's the high of this consolidation and the low in this consolidation is in these areas now. And it's also at this order block right here. Not at it, but price has rejected it twice. And if you look right here, the order block of this, this is, what is it, a 4 hour order block right here, because it broke the lows. This from here started the push that went down because it never broke the highs of this candle here, as you can see. Broke the lows, so this would be the order block. So it's at an order block, and it's at these levels that I like to look at for retracements and entries. So you want to watch that. But you also want to keep into consideration, if you pull a fib from here to here, and you look at these zones, price came, broke the low of these candles, so liquidated it, came into 79, and now it's pushing up. So this could just be a continuation of this very big daily move, because if you look at the way it's reacting to these candles, it could just keep going bullish and break these highs and possibly trade back up to 153.210 this week or next week. But you also want to keep in mind, when market opens, you could have a pullback to possibly come to the 150 as a retracement. And then a way you want to look for an area like that is you could pull a fib from here to here and see possibly where it could come to, but you would want to wait till the market opens before you do all that. And yeah, overall, this is looking like it's going to be bullish. It's been consolidating the last few days, so I'm not really going to anticipate anything too crazy to happen when the market opens. But that's my GJ markup. 153.210 looks like it's going to be an overall target for possibly next week, or maybe the week after that, right up here. And yeah, the next breakdown video, we'll see where GJ is, and we're going to move on to Euro USD. So like I do, I start on the daily time frame. I map out the daily lows, the daily highs. It's a bullish candle, but it looks like we're in consolidation. We're also in this level right here that we've rejected in the past, and it's on the daily time frame, so it's a very strong level. We're not going to map that out, but we're going to go into the 4 hour. We're just going to see what's going on. This looks like we're ranging right now, so this is kind of hard to map out, but we're going to do our best. This, did it take out the high? If you look to the left, the high of this candle comes in at 9932. The high of this one comes in at 9945. So it did break the high. So this right here will be a valid order block, because the candle right here, the last down candle before the push to break the highs. So this order block matches up right with the fib, as you can see. So this will be a level of confluence that you'll be looking for buys at, possibly 19,600 area. Come down to the lower time frame. and you still want to come down, so now you can map out possible fib retracements to up here. You get the high, you get the low. Let's pull this over right there. You get the high, you get the low of this consolidation right in here. You can see I got the high and the low. Then you want to map out a possible order block that matches up with these fibs. So if you look, this is the last up candle before the move down. This looks like a pretty big order block, so I'm not going to map that out. But as you can see, there's confluence in this area right here. All right here. 19,870. Hold on. Is this a 900 area? I don't even know. But see, there's confluence. You want to see price possibly come up, possibly come back down to keep the continuation to maybe break out. But as of right now, price is ranging, so you just gotta wait and see. Wait for it to come down here, wait to see rejections, wait for time of day, get lower time frame order blocks and fib entries, and you just wait. So that's what I'm anticipating for your USD. I think we could possibly come out and break the highs maybe sometime this week, if not next week. But I don't think we will break down. I think we have a higher possibility of going up. So let's move on to cryptos now. Last night, Bitcoin went crazy. That's all I gotta say. So we're gonna start off. I don't really start off on the daily on Bitcoin because Bitcoin kind of moves its own way. And as you can see, yesterday we had a crazy fall. And this week, Bitcoin has been down 20%. 13,000 is fell. It went from 64K to 54. It's at minus 10K right now. But if you start on this daily time frame and pull this fib to this low and to where you broke the highs, you can see price came to this daily order block. The fib didn't really match up, but the order block matches up. But if you go in the lower time frame, you can see that the fib is still, hold on, the fib is still being respected though. That's the thing. The price didn't stop there, but price still respected it. If you look, price is still holding above these fib levels. It never broke past these levels. You see it broke down to here, came to 79. Next candle is back to 70.5. So as you can see, we're still in bullish territory. As of right now, this area is high confluence for looking for buys. I'm not going to be getting into it because of we had such a big drop last night. I don't want to get into anything that isn't uncertain because I'm not even sure why Bitcoin fell. Maybe it could just be manipulation to get the fear out from everyone that was holding. So if you see, let's watch this from the daily. That's all you would. Honestly, we're in territory, so you just want to watch this area for possible buys. I want to see Bitcoin because everyone knows Bitcoin is bullish overall. I want to see price possibly go take out these highs at 64,800 to maybe go up to 65. But if we are going to continue bearish, and if you do get into buys here, an area that you would look to get out would be an area like this at these bearish order blocks, and they match up on the fib. So these are basically safe exits that you can have if you want to ride Bitcoin up to 61,900, and then you could take your profits there or leave a runner because nothing's certain and you don't know if it will break new highs. So it's a safe exit if you get what I'm saying. So that's it for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, nothing crazy. We just gotta let this play out right now. This daily candle is looks like it's gonna be a big wick. But let's move on to XRP Ripple. So if you look on the daily, pull a fib right here, you can see price is falling down to these zones, these 62, 70.50, but I think it could possibly keep going lower because if you look at the last up candle, the last down candle, before this push, it lines up right here with the 79. And I think we could possibly keep falling maybe a little bit lower to maybe $1 right here, $1.04, to then anticipate price to keep pushing up, because as you can see, we're on a huge bull run. These cryptos, you don't really got to have crazy markups or analysis because it's more long-term holds. So if you get in here and it keeps breaking highs, it's a good area to get into, because you don't want to buy at new highs. You don't want to wait till price comes all the way up here and then get into buys up here, because it could just go up, come right back down, get into consolidation, fall again. It makes more sense for you to get into trades down here and then ride it all up and continue to ride it. And if it starts consolidating, you can take your profits and you still made everything in between. You get what I'm saying? Let's get all this off. Yeah, cryptos, these are more long-term holds. And if you look, if anyone knows or been up to date with Coinbase, they just went live, their IPO and everything, and it dropped. Right now it's not really looking good. I was expecting to have a better first week, maybe possibly higher, double, but as of right now, it just looks like it's falling. It doesn't really look too good in this consolidation, but still, even the consolidation, you could play it out. Even with these little candles, I guarantee it'll probably work. So if this is a downtrend and this doesn't end up being good for any reason, these could be safe exits, because I do think price will come up to these levels. Right up here, look at this. Oh man, the last down candle, the last up candle before the fall. What is this on the 30-minute? Look, fib level, order block. Like, you see this yourself, it matches up. I didn't put that there. Hour, it wasn't there. 30-minute is right there with these fibs. You get what I'm saying? So if you want to play the range, get these lows to those highs. You see, price came up, traded into it right down here. Price traded it into this area right here at 320 and started trading up. Levels that I'm looking right now to break past and go higher is this level right here, 354. I want to see a break past and possibly come up to 339, 398 to 400 area, and these are safe exits. I honestly think Coinbase will continue to go beyond this long term, but as of right now, day trading it, if you want to day trade it, get in and out, scalp it, these could be good areas to look to exit. But honestly, I think that's all with all the markups. Went over Bitcoin, XRP, Coinbase, GJ, EU, US30, DXY. And the only thing I'm going to be trading this week is US30. So I'm going to go over it again. US30, I want to see possibly want to see price come down to these levels to get buy entries. And if price does want to keep going down and we start breaking market structure, we'll take our L's. And if it starts trading all the way down here, we just play the range if it starts ranging, and then we look for sells. But until then, we're looking for buys, and this is a buyer's market. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We'll be back with these live streams again next Sunday. We'll see where everything is. I won't delete any of these markups. We'll see how everything went, if anything played out, what didn't play out. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.